On to this now. So what would have happened if Julius Malema hadn't been expelled from the ANC? A play called Defiance explores the idea. It's on at the State Theatre in Pretoria. It tells the story of a militant leader of the Youth League of Congolose who is suspended after defying his leader. The director, Eddie Taba, and veteran actor Silo Ramolahlwane join us in studio for more on this. A very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us. Eddie.
Thank you for having us.
Tandabatu, who just left, is like, I am going to see that play, and that's how much interest it has generated. What was the big idea?
Okay, as you've already said, in 2012, the Youth League of ANC was fired and it was disbanded, along with its militant leader, Julius Malema. But then nobody has ever paused to actually talk about that moment. And I keep hearing people, what if this person didn't leave? What if he had accepted the punishment that he was given? What could have happened, and how could things have turned out? And I thought, actually, what if he hadn't left? And that's where now the play for Defiance came to me, the idea of how this would have happened. So we're taking it from the moment where he was actually given this opportunity to go and study politics and learn how to be a real politician in Cuba, because that was the actual thing that was offered to him that he refused, and which then led to his dismissal.
Right.
So we're basing that in a political class in Cuba. And whatever happens in there gives you that answer, that what could have happened.
Ravo, just now. Here, you're the commissar. Why was it so important that you actually take part in the play, firstly?
Well, when I saw it at fire station before it was a two-hander. And after Eddie presented it to an audience, then after the show, a lot of people came to me and said, we see you in that character, Commissar. And then I came to Eddie, and Eddie said, hey, we are afraid to approach you guys. And I said, no, I'm open. Whether you have money or not, let's do this thing. I think I'm interested in Namo's story because I'm a person who follows politics. Even in my house, we buy a lot of political books than any other books. So then when he told me last year, no, we're going to do it, and I said to him, no, I'm in. Let's do it.
Have you spoken to Mr. Malema? Has he seen the play? Has this caught his eye or attention?
No, we haven't spoken to him directly. Well, for the open night of the show, I did send an invite to Fana Mokwena, and I hope that he received the invite. Right. And my invitation still stands to all political leaders, because it's, as much as it's inspired by that expulsion, it's a truly South African political story that explores the disconnect between the older cadres who are now more relaxed, and they want you to approach things with caution, and the disconnect between that and the young militant youth who want things done, who want change done now. So it explores that. So everyone who is politically inclined will resonate with it. Not only Julius or the EFF or the ANC or the expelled ANC members. So I want everyone to come and watch it.
Well, I see you nod your head as he says that. What are the dynamics, or what do you make of those dynamics where we have older leaders and younger leaders, where there's a bit of a disconnect and we're not coming together? What would you say, or what would your message be in trying to, make sure that the two meet somewhere?
Sometimes it's difficult to meet because in 2016, it takes me back to 2016 when we had strikes, Feast Must Fall. And then I was in one of the political movements, student movements. And I always disagreed with how they do things. And then they wanted to do things the way they see them fit. And I say, no, you can't fight Muhammad Ali with his tactics. you are going to lose. You can't fight this battle against the government with their own tactics that they used when they were fighting the apartheid regime. So we need to come up with another strategy. No, you are old, Ndala. So now we're going to bend tires and do this, you know. Then I associate Leone this play because of that. You know, this guy is a commissar, and I had to go around and ask for the commissars, Babeang. It takes an army to make them angry, actually. You know, and this guy is trying to be soft, and when this boy is saying things, and then he's trying to defend he can see that this boy is a ticking time bomb, you know, but he's trying to defend the movement, and he can see that this boy has valid points. He's making valid points, but we were taught this way as an older generation until he snaps. And when the boy snaps now, he hits back 2 times harder than him.
Yo. Eddie, the irony in all of this, right? So at the time, the chair of the National Disciplinary Committee of the ANC had said that Mr. Malema is unlikely, rather, that Mr. Malema could be rehabilitated. So in trying to find an answer, how far do you go in exploring what would have happened if he had not left the ANC?
Actually, I don't want to give the story away, but that actually turns out to be true, but in a different sense.
Okay.
He couldn't be rehabilitated in the old way of politics, in the old way that Congolese in the play deals with matters. And it gets to a point where they can't find each other. And then he has to make a very important decision. And he says that because the older cadre tells him that a lot is at stake. It's cold outside Congolese. And the young defiant leader says the only thing that's at stake is the revolution in our political consciousness. And right there and there, he makes a decision. It's for people to decide whether he couldn't be rehabilitated or he actually gained something in that political school that made him make that big decision.
It's one to definitely see. Eddie Taba is the director and veteran actor Silo Ramo Lahlwane. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming through. Now you know what you need to do with your Saturday or your Sunday. How long is the play going on until?
It's going until the 31st of March.
The 31st of March.
The South African State Theatre, 8 p.m. And on Sundays we have shows at 3 p.m. Tickets are only $80.
There's no reason for you not to go.
Yeah, you must come and watch.
Absolutely go watch the play called Defiance. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us in studio. Do stay with us. When we return, we get a taste of French cuisine, rather. This is Morning News Today.